There's a big difference between systems and goals. A goal is what you want to accomplish, but a system is what you put in place to accomplish your goals. We're always told to set realistic and attainable goals. But you ever notice how successful and unsuccessful people both have the same goals? Hey, I'm Miss T. Marie, mindset educator, and in this video, we'll discuss breaking old habits and creating new ones. Just not in that order. It's definitely valuable information, so come, sit with me. I'm pretty excited. YouTube is starting to get me. They suggested I talk about the book Atomic Habits, and I was so excited. It's right up my alley. I recently finished a compound effect and have gotten a lot of good techniques that I use daily. So, as I'm gathering my takeaways from the Atomic Habit, of course, I completely overthought each second of research. So here it is directly from my notes. People set out to achieve goals. We're told to set realistic and attainable goals. But the real key is systems. They say you don't rise to your goals, you fall to your systems. In the book, Atomic Habits, he makes clear points on why creating a system is better than just achieving a goal. And here's why. Goals are based on win or lose. They have an either or effect. Either you did it or you didn't. There's no middle ground. But progress is not binary. Goals are temporary. Even if you achieve it, it's a momentary change. You may feel good in the moment, but it's not a lasting shift in your life. Think about diets. You might fit into the jeans, but months later, you're back Googling new weight loss trends because you didn't track your triggers or emotional eating, nor patterns in social settings. You end up falling back to your old routines. Goals are good for setting direction, while systems are best for making progress. Having a goal is just the first step. It's the consistent, strategic action you take, the system, and that's what separates successful from unsuccessful people. Fix the input, and the output will fix itself. There's a moment when you start, but you're not seeing any results. You're showing up, but nothing's changed yet. That's described as the valley of disappointment. We expect results to be linear. If I do this, then I'll see that. But that's not how real change works. It builds in the background. And this is where most people quit. Because small changes don't look like progress, but over time, they stack. For example, learning a new language. With just 5 minutes a day, you learn 5 to 10 new words. Over 6 months, that's 900 to 1800 words and basic grammar. Suddenly, you're holding real conversations. Tiny improvements equal incredible change. We're always told to set goals, realistic and attainable. But think about it. Successful people and the unsuccessful people often have the same goals. So, the goal isn't what makes the difference. The system is. And to create a system, the book suggests 4 things to implement in your routine. Cue, craving, response, and reward. Cue is what sparks the behavior. Craving is the why for the new behavior. Response is the follow through. Reward is the outcome or the satisfaction of it being done. For example, I'm trying to add more movement to my routine. I found that I get a good 30 minutes while baby's eating breakfast. So the cue is serving breakfast means it's go time. The craving is to slim down. The response is to dominate the Pilates workout and having a chance to listen to the music I can't play out loud. The reward is not only the dopamines from the music and the workout, but the satisfaction and self-trust I'm building by doing what I said I was going to do. And over time, it will add up for the slim down. Okay. All of this is amazing, and we can all add new, beautiful routines thanks to this mindset shift. But smack dab in the middle of creating my takeaways, I am in the process of breaking a bad habit that I have had for years. I'm sure we all know we have to stop, but it's always tomorrow. And just like building new habits takes time, so does breaking old ones. It's the exact same principle. It's not about waking up one day and deciding, I'm done with this. That's the goal. But what's your system for avoiding the trigger, redirecting the urge, or showing up differently? Breaking a habit is less about the moment you say you're over it and more about what you do when it creeps back in. There's an emotional loop behind most of our habits, especially the ones we're trying to break. It's not about what you do, it's about what you feel before you do. Stress, boredom, loneliness, frustration. We reach for something, not because it's good for us, but because it gives us something in return. I used to use my habit as a victory for completion. Done with house chores, finished doing my hair, finished recording a video, a little hit of dopamine, a moment of comfort, a pause from whatever else we don't want to face. And that's what makes breaking the habit so complex. Not difficult, though. Breaking a habit isn't about willpower. It's about having a plan for the moment your willpower dips. Like when in our hearts we're done and our brain is like, hey, we just finished. Okay, and habit now, and starts talking us into why we need the habit. The hard part isn't about knowing what to do. It's about doing it when no one is watching, when it's quiet, when you're alone, when the day didn't go your way. And if you're trying to break something that's basically a part of your routine, it's going to feel like you're losing a part of yourself. But you're not. You're shedding a version of you that no longer fits. And even though it's for the better, it doesn't always feel that way in the moment. Sometimes the first few steps feels heavier than staying stuck, because at least stuck is familiar. What I'm doing since I've noticed my cue is finishing a task, among other things. I also noticed that I'm obsessed with the Hype Me Up guy, J Fogg. I cannot not watch. It's the same dance, mostly the same response from the people around him, but energy, his energy is definitely matched when I start watching. That has been my reward. So, with the original theory, the cue, craving, response, reward, my cue is completion, my craving is the habit, my response is finding his newest short, and the reward is I hype me up. If you like that, you can use it. Another thing is replacing the behavior. Now, midday, I tell myself I'm a tea person. After I complete that task, I make myself a cup of decaf tea until the urge passes or the time I had to do the habit is up. Like I keep repeating to myself, I'm a tea person. At this time, I drink tea. So, if you're feeling that emotional roller coaster, the high of the hope, the dip of the doubt, it's all a part of the process. And there's no instant reward for not doing something. So it feels like you're losing and gaining nothing. Although there are suggestions of putting something like a marble or a paperclip into a jar, and once it's full, treat yourself. I think that would be a good addition for both building new habits and breaking the old ones, since I'm into visual recognition. Lately, I've been going off of time. Like, I would have done this said habit 5 times by 2 p.m. So now that it's 6, I'm not going to start now. Well, I am now on day 2. Finishing this up definitely has me ready to hype me up. Let me know if you're working on creating a new habit, breaking an old one, or are an overachiever like me and trying to do both. You already know